everyone, and welcome to the results from FloraNova 2025. Firstly, I would really sincerely like to thank everyone, every designer who put their reputation on the line by entering the competition. We had over 200 entries that were all judged by our specially trained AI, Design Eye, one that provides the analysis for our ongoing video series on another channel. The AI itself, as I put out in an earlier video, was trained on thousands and thousands of images and results of in-person competitions. And as well, when we were training the AI, depending on the title, the class title of the design, there was weighting given to certain elements or principles of design. That said, we had 20 entry classes, 10 for open, so open to anyone at all, 5 for those who hadn't won in a competition that was either a national or an international competition. And then we also added 5 classes for permanent botanicals. And we had a wonderful result from those classes, particularly from countries who don't have the opportunity to compete anywhere else. It was one of the reasons that I set up this competition in the first place, was to open up competition to absolutely everyone who would like to have their designs classed in a certain way and see how they stand against others around the world who might be interested in this particular passion of ours. We will continue to have the annual global event in September and October of every year. But starting next year, in 2026, we're going to have some regional lead-up competitions as well. So it gets people in the mood, gets them thinking about competition and about their designs. And you'll be able to see on the website the split up of the regional areas. We've done it so that it matches up to when flowers are cheapest and most readily available in your particular region, when it doesn't clash with other holidays or other activities that might be happening in your region. Each of those regional competitions will be open for a period of between 4 and 6 weeks and will be judged in the same way as the global competition is. The difference being that the winner, the best in show from each of those regional events, will automatically be entered with a different design into an invitational class for the global event in September and October. That invitational class will also have some specially invited, well-known designers competing against those regional winners. So it's going to be a different spin for that particular class, but the rest of the competition will remain the same. It will be open classes, starter classes, and permanent botanical classes. The schedule for the global competition will be out in August. The schedule for the regional competitions will be available about 3 to 4 weeks before entries open for each of those competitions. So keep an eye on the website. There's also a place that you can sign up if you want early warning of the schedule releases. Let me now leave you to enjoy the place getters from each of the classes for this year's competition, FloraNova 2025, Beyond Tradition, Beyond Borders. What I did forget to mention in the beginning intro was that I also added an invitational class, and this was for students who had competed at a competition that I judged in person, and I wanted them to get a little bit more feedback. I gave them feedback at the time, but I thought they might be interested in a little bit more feedback because they don't get the opportunity to compete. They certainly don't get feedback on their designs in the way that I gave it at the competition, as well as the way everyone got their feedback through the AI analysis. So that was added as a special invitational class for this year, and just for this year. Everyone who entered and won a place should now have received their feedback. All the other feedback was sent right at the beginning of November. I'm trying to think when it was, but it was definitely the beginning of November. Certificates of participation, as well as place getters certificates and ribbons, will be posted out now that the video has been released. And I leave you to think about what you might do in FloraNova 2026, and I will see you again when we start to launch each of the regional competitions. Once again, thank you for entering and enjoy your floral art journey. I'm Kim Bailey, and this is FloraNova.